What?
And the fact that she's at the back end of her career.
But what about change? Right? Is that not important?
It is.
Someone's not
No,
getting
you
the
got it,
results
but you got you have to. It has to
can't
make
say yeah,
sense.
then but.
No,
You-
okay, no, because it has to make sense. If you're 28 years old and you want to fucking stop having sex because you haven't found nobody, either your shit is trash, one, or there's something wrong with you, two,
No, it's not always the woman though. See, but
or the men that you're choosing. Let's put it like that.
yeah, but men hide behind a facade sometimes. Sometimes they say what you want, what you want to hear, and then once they get the bag, the pussy in this case, they flip the script.
Okay.
Is that her fault that the men are being
No.
deceiving?
No, because it's
Okay, look, if some men lie to get pussy,
that's facts.
when we were younger, right, we
Yes.
would lie to get what we want.
Yes.
The girl wanted a boyfriend. We would say we wanted a girlfriend. We got the pussy, and what do?
Clear it.
So some women fall prey because women are emotional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some women fall prey to that facade. This man's in front of them saying, "Hey, I want a relationship too. I want marriage too. I want this." And they get the pussy, and what do, Burns?
They clear it.
Is that her fault?
Okay, here's the thing.
No, wait. What was that?
Okay, that's not her
follow
fault.
me. Okay,
That's
right?
not her fault.
Now, what she's saying is this. She's saying, look, I want to see how serious this person really is without having sex involved. Because that's been the MacGuffin in all of my situations. That's been the key factor of when they got what they wanted, they escaped. So I'm changing something in my life to say, hey, I'm not going to make this a thing anymore. Sex is off of the table. Let's see what you are really about. If you're really here for me, then you're here for me. Then if you're not, it's going to show. That's what she's saying to herself now. You're right. You're saying, look, you're saying this. This is your fault. You should know this. You niggas you're choosing. She's saying, okay, Burns, you're right. Maybe these are guys that I'm choosing. But you know what I'm going to do now? Perfect. Say less, Burns. No more sex. Let's separate the boys from the men now.
Let's see how far she gets.
And to play devil's advocate, right? That makes perfect sense.
No, it does, but
I just wouldn't, like I said, I just wouldn't pay top dollar for a used car. That's my only
I'm not
separation.
married.
I'm not that commitment. I can make it, but not for a used car.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's everyone's preference, right?
Yeah.
Because once again, you're going to say, look, you're going to agree to that because she's saying, like you said, you told her to her face, hey, man, it's the niggas you picking, it's the niggas you doing, it's the niggas you da-da-da. She's saying, you know what, Burns? You're right, Burns. You're right. Burns, Burns, you're totally right. You're a fucking bitch. Right? And like a wise man would say, you can't continue to do the same thing and get the same, expect the same, different results, right? That's the definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing, but you want something different. No, okay, look, no more sex. Off of the table. Let's see what niggas out here is willing to pay used dollars, right? Because check's out of there.
Yeah.
Right?
And here's the thing, though. Let me preface this, right? The fact of the matter is, if someone wants something like that, let that be known up front. And men, you need to do a better job at letting you know you're not willing to do no shit like that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Don't fucking sign that contract when you know you're not with it.
She's telling me that. Check, please.
Yeah,
No. I ain't gonna do that. I would still enjoy the
No, we
date.
don't finish the date,
But you
check,
let her know, like, hey,
please.
listen, we're gonna agree to disagree. I can't wait.
I can't rock with that.
I'm not waiting for that. She may ask you why, and hopefully you're upfront. You're saying, hey, listen, I'm not going to wait.
I'm trying to fuck
for
something.
you for a used vehicle.
Yeah,
right.
because some women even go to the extent of saying, using that terminology or that way of life, and they got a kid, 2 kids. And it's like, how does this make sense?
Now that
doesn't make no sense.
That's a different ballpark.
Yeah, but I'm just saying how it escalates, and
does.
it's the reality of the situation. But I do completely understand exactly what you're saying. She's gonna go about life this way because it hasn't been working.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. But you also have to understand there's a complete different space now. This way of life that you're choosing, you got to rewrite your whole game book. The whole thing. You got to scrap everything and start from scratch. Say, okay, now that I'm not offering sex, what am I offering niggas?
Right, and I think that's going to be a building stone for her.
Yeah,
throughout her path.
exactly.
Right? And I hope that whatever woman does this, you're not doing this at the latter part of your dating career. You're
The back
doing it
end
at
of your career.
the earlier part, because now, if you're doing it at 25, because from 21 to 25 you begin fucked around. Hopefully within 2 years you're really finding who you are as a woman, and you're dating without sex, so you got to use other things to straighten that relationship. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you find yourself in 2 years, so by 27 you're like, okay, I know what I bring aside from sex, right? And if you're like, nah, you're between 8 and 10, you got nothing to worry about.
You got something special there, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, shout out my
man.
Hey, what's that shit on Lil Wayne? He was like, who's number 3? Gucci.
Gucci.
Shout out my nigga Gucci. Shout out my nigga Nye.
Shout out my nigga. Okay,
So now
good job.
you said no.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think waiting until marriage is necessary to figure out if a man wants you for you.
So you're talking
Or
about
not.
Steve Harvey?
Huh?
You giving like Steve Harvey treatment, the 90 days, or what are we talking? Is there a limit or is there no limit?
I'm not doing it until I'm comfortable, but
Reasonable.
once I'm comfortable, I feel like it's okay to sleep with that person.
To your point, there are men. They're con artists.
I
They
agree.
pride themselves on making women feel comfortable with them to fuck them.
I agree, but then that also goes with the woman's discernment. Now, if she ends up doing it and she gets screwed over, then that's one of the risks that you have to take with somebody that you're going to be sleeping with before you get into a marriage. However, in my opinion, I don't think it's worth me waiting. Personally, I don't think it's worth me waiting that long if it's something that I want, number one. And number two, for me to then find out that as much as I love him, I don't have any sexual chemistry with him, or, we just can't get on the same page. And there's only a certain amount of counseling or whatever, classes that we can go to that can get us back, you know what I'm saying? So
You brought up a good point with the sexual part. Like the chemistry that you have with that person after getting married, and they find out, like I was saying earlier, they fuck. Now you're like, this is not it. Then we already had
I see why we thought she was a virgin.
Yeah.
That one aspect when we spoke about chemistry, you start to learn yourself sexually when you actually start to have sex, right? So in this case, the reason I thought she was a virgin was because I'm like, okay, maybe she doesn't know any better. She doesn't know what her chemistry is. So that's why we're going to go with, okay, you know what? For me, that's a bit more, that's easier to deal with. If for the right woman, I could sign a deal like that. Right. But she would have to be a virgin.
Well.